It was right after I stopped breastfeeding for my second baby, which lasted about 13 months this time. And so I jumped right into the 6-day fast, which I've never done before that. I was always pretty skinny, let's say. Well, I mean, after I lost like 20 kilograms while still being in high school. So I was a bit scared to do something more than a 3-day fast. But now I saw an opportunity to experiment with that. I couldn't do almost any detox while being pregnant or breastfeeding for quite a long time, because most of the time you release all the nasty toxins right into the bloodstream, and then it goes either to your fetus or right to your breast milk, which is not a good idea. And I had a little bit of extra fluff, so I was okay to use it for energy while I'm fasting. It wasn't just a simple fast though, because most of the videos you'll see on YouTube will be just, random guys purely fasting, that's all they do. But since I'm always going to extremes, I had the whole freaking protocol for this fasting. I enjoy going into extremes just for the fun of it. An experience that might be useful for others. Maybe that's why I'm sharing it here. I split my detox protocol into week before fast itself, first day refeed after the fast, and 1 week after. Of course, if it depends on your situation, the whole thing with regrowing different bacteria in your body, it's more easily to implement these healthy habits after you've been cleared from all the shit you had before. I'll tell you about the week before my fast real quickly. So I have this Rife machine, Spooky 2 it's called. It takes 11 days to run the full program, which gradually removes the smallest toxins like heavy metals, chemicals, you name it, and then it gradually goes to bigger parasites, like from the smallest organisms to biggest ones. There's the whole thing about it. I was doing alright, but the third day I broke my husband. I love when he is being so skeptical and he just, go on, turn on that thingy, because he doesn't think it does anything, because, well, it is weird still to do something remotely using only your biological sample, in this case, nails. I had both of our nails put into that thing, and the third day my husband just crashed. It was the day when it started removing chemicals from the body, and he was literally like hit by a bus. A few days afterwards, he even had fever and just feeling really not well. Even a year after, he's still scared. It's like witchcraft for him. But anyways, other things I did to prep gently was loading creatine. Couldn't do that while breastfeeding as well. Every day I would have a shot made of spoonful of olive oil, spoonful of lemon juice, teaspoon of cayenne pepper, and some saffron. Then I took fermented chlorella. I was still taking my pregnancy supplements, and this is just generally, I just took a smaller dose. This is the brand made by Dr. Lynch, which I really recommend. He's a good guy. I took theanine, electrolytes, various, and then I took natural vitamin C made from acerola cherry. Then the week of fast began. I recommended my husband not to do the fast with me because he just went through that detox mode where you just, your body can't really handle that much toxins going through your system right out of you. But he knew that I won't delay this, so he just jumped right into that with me. And during the fast, what I did was I did weightlifting most of the days. The thing was also that I had to go to the gym waking up at 4 in the morning because I have 2 little kids, and I had to do that before the workday starts. Probably it won't be that much of a fuss for you, but I would still recommend do some weightlifting just to retain as much as possible of that lean body mass. Also, for the same reason, I was still loading about 20 to 30 grams of creatine every day. Then I had micro-ionized zeolite, which is like a natural clay-like material, but because of its specific formula, it binds all the nasty stuff that comes to your bloodstream. You might want to use activated charcoal in this case because you will not be eating any food. So the problem with that is why you can't just use it daily. It would absorb some good nutrients. Then I was taking oregano oil pills. You might count it as food, but I didn't really care because they were really tiny and they were purely oil. Do a little research about oregano because that substance is crazy. You might want to skip this one. Then I took a substance that is not legal in Europe. It is a form of boron, which I will not name here, but you are probably familiar with it, and some say it's toxic. I find it great, but you do you. Then I took Himalayan salt every day because you need minerals. Oh, you'll see. Whenever you feel hungry, take some salt, take some minerals, take some water or coffee. Then, of course, yes, I took coffee in 2 ways: normal and coffee enemas, daily coffee enemas. I might talk about it later on because I'm planning to do a video about skin health. That stuff is crazy. In all things detox, I find it amazing. But again, I couldn't do that for so long because I had 2 babies and I breastfed for so long. Then I would be having any tea I like, herbal teas or green teas, black teas, some Ayurvedic teas. We see what herb is better for you, for your specific requirements. Then I was doing ionic foot bath. I find it great. After I have these foot baths, I sleep like a baby. And then I was doing belly vacuums. For a long time I was doing them in the wrong way, but my body therapist, she taught me to do it properly. It's like a mini massage for your internal organs. Fantastic. A few things that I might add is that time I didn't have near infrared sauna anymore because I had to leave it in UK when we moved back to Lithuania. So I would do infrared sauna if you have an option. If it is warm outside where you live, I would definitely go barefoot a lot. You know, it's so-called grounding, earthing thing. I had the whole thing, the brand, a few years ago where we sold mouse mats and bed sheets and something else. Oh yes, yoga mats where you can just plug them in, and if your plugins are ground you while you do whatever you do at home. If you have a bath at home, I didn't. I would definitely soak myself in magnesium chloride bath every single day. Just relax and just let your body absorb more salts as much as it needs, because magnesium is absorbed even better through your skin. Also, if you have a possibility, find a friend or your spouse or someone to do a fast with you. It will be just simply easier, even if you tease one another with food or whatever. It's just something common, something that makes you even more connected, which I feel really nice. Try not to have any small kids screaming at you every day while you fast because you won't have energy. So day 1, it was really the crappiest day of all, very hard. I was dying before lunch. Day 2 was easier. Then day 3 was really high energy throughout the day and the workout was fairly easy. Day 4, energy was low, felt very cold, but I felt better in the evening. Day 5, very slow in the morning, but any pain that I had before I started fasting, all the postpartum ladies will get me here. They were gone, which was really nice. No energy, no pain. Perfect. But the gym workout was pretty lousy. Day 6 was okay. We were even considering fasting on Sunday, the 7th day, But then we thought it will be better if we take that Sunday to break fast slowly, nicely, with attention throughout the day. So this is how we broke our fast. First, I remember we had bone broth, then we had a little bit of sauerkraut to replenish the bacteria in your body, to seed new good bacteria in your body, and we had some good bacteria powder on top of it. We also had plain fat yogurt with some stevia and some cinnamon. Then we had 2 boiled eggs. Then throughout the day we had roasted vegetables with some roasted halloumi. We had some roasted chicken with some ghee and some seasoning, some herbs. We had some seaweed. It's not much food for me for a day, but trust me, you don't feel hungry after the fast, because it seems that your stomach is this big. In the afternoon, we had some flat white, which we were not supposed to, but we enjoyed it. So the week after, I was doing quite a bit of heavy lifting. Now it really heavy lifting, because now you all have all that energy back and you are increasing your food intake. So I would use these calories in the gym. It would be really nice if you do that for long-term results. I was still doing ionic foot bath every day just because I love it so much and I sleep well after that. Then I was running Rive machine, but this time just on anti-aging program, which has loads of nice frequencies. In conclusion, as you can see, I definitely lost quite some weight, but in the pictures you can see that my muscles, they gone flat and I felt even more fluffy than before. This is exactly why you don't want to do any full-on fasting right before you go on stage if you're a bodybuilder. That's no good. I had no definition whatsoever. Almost all the weight was back pretty soon. I would consider fasting for losing weight if I was quite overweight. That would be a different approach. I would really focus on the time after the fasting to really concentrate on the bacteria that you grow after this. I experimented with different foods for so long now, and I can really tell that your cravings depend on the bacteria that you have in your body, and it takes quite a while to change it. If you want long-term nice results, I would really make sure that I eat clean foods. I mean simple, natural, homemade, fresh foods, wherever your priorities are here. But since my focus was on detox, I felt really great. Before the detox, I had lingering postpartum pains in the body, inflammation here and there. And the most disgusting thing I was really proud about was, I think it was the 3rd day of fasting, where I passed some parasites. You'll have to take my word for it because I'm not going to put any pictures here to prove it, but it was so amazing. People don't imagine how much nasty things we're carrying around us all the time. We don't want to know because it's just awful stuff. I don't think that one-off fasting will heal you forever, but it's a really good starting point because it's really easier to build upon that after the fasting. And I just make sure that I'm not a good environment for parasites, because parasites, they are not bad things, they just have function. If they feel that body has this dead energy, it will automatically attract parasites to start to decompose you. So if you don't want to do that, focus on being healthy and radiant. I will talk about this holistic approach in my future videos because I find it so important. I also relaxed my mind as well. I feel like when your body is not overwhelmed with foods, it prioritizes even what energy it can spend on unnecessary intrusive thoughts. So I wouldn't think of this experience purely on physical level. If you enjoy, say, meditating, if you are doing some inner work, the focus is there right around the time when your ketones kick in for energy. So it's around day 3 of your fasting. For most people, it depends if you are experienced in fasting in ketosis. So there you go, the first experience that I wanted to share here. I invite you to comment how disgusted you are right below. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next video.